Good morning. It's Friday, April 9th, and yesterday was Holocaust Remeberance Day. This internationally recognized date for Holocaust Remembrance Day corresponds to the 27th day of Nisan on the Hebrew calendar. It marks the anniversary of the Warsaw Ghetto uprising. In Hebrew, Holocaust Remembrance Day is called Yom HaShoah. When the actual date of Yom HaShoah falls on a Friday, the State of Israel observes Yom HaShoah on the preceding Thursday. When it falls on a Sunday, Yom HaShoah is observed on the following Monday. In the United States, days of remembrance run from Sunday before Yom HaShoah through the following Sunday. So it's not always on the same exact date. For instance, this year, it's April 8th, which was yesterday. But next year, it will be April 28th. And then in 2023, it'll be April 18th. I shouldn't have to say this, but I'm going to say it anyhow. The Holocaust was a systematic, state-sponsored persecution and murder of 6 million Jews by the Nazi regime and its allies and collaborators. And we need to be reminded of this every year, and especially in this country right now, where we have systemic racism running through us. And that includes people of color, anti-Semitism, attacks on those whose sexual preferences are denied by many religions. So it's worth taking a few minutes of time, more than a few minutes of time, to think about all the horrors that have happened in this world and how in this country we are proceeding in that direction. Anti-Semitism is not something new. And the term anti-Semitism was coined only in the 19th century, but anti-Jewish hatred and Judeophobia, the fear of the Jews, dates all the way back to ancient times. And it has a variety of causes. In the Middle Ages, and probably early in the modern era, religious antagonism towards Europe's Jews resulted in anti-Jewish legislation, expulsions, and violence. In much of Europe, government policies, customs, and laws segregated Jews from the rest of the population, relegated them to particular jobs, and prohibited them from owning land. And remember, they lived in ghettos, in little shtetls, such small areas of the country. But in the 19th century, many of these restrictions were lifted through political emancipation. But in Tsarist Russia, for instance, anti-Jewish laws remained until 1917. And much of the hatred that ran through the world at that particular time is resurrected more often than I would like to think. Even in our wonderful country, there were many jobs in the 30s, 40s, and 50s that Jews could not hold. I know for a fact that Jews could not work in the big 8 accounting firms, and there were many banks that would not hire Jews also. So this discrimination was going on worldwide, and we in this country were not exempt from that. When the Nazis came to power, they used centuries of anti-Jewish sentiment, religious and economic and political, but they viewed the Jews as a separate and dangerous race that could never be assimilated into European society. It's amazing that we, the Jewish people, still survive and have survived longer than any other race that I know of in the world. And yet still we are not appreciated for the things that we bring to this world. Our little country of Israel is on the forefront of technology and medical advancements. And they have produced amazing contributions to the health and welfare of the world. Yet they are surrounded by enemies. Their accomplishments do not count in that part of the world. A part of the world which has contributed virtually nothing to society, except maybe oil. Maybe that was one of the curses of the Western world, that there was oil discovered in that part of the world. Because if it wasn't for oil, those people would still be wandering the deserts. While we, the Jews, have made the desert bloom, have figured out how to desalinate water, and have helped everybody in the region that needs help. We have given medical assistance to our enemies. And there's only 16 million of us in this face of this earth, and yet they want us to disappear. Why? Why, after 5,000 years, are there still some people who want us to disappear? I wish I could answer that question, but I have a feeling it's just in the human nature that everybody has to have somebody that they can look down on or hate. I will not understand that. I'm sorry if I sound a little bit morose this morning, but when you go back and look at the history, it's depressing. But on the other side of it, we can be proud. We're still here. And we will be here for a long, long time. Because I don't think it's in our nature to quit. I don't think it's in our nature to give up. We just quietly go about our business and produce wonderful things for the world. So I think it's very appropriate that there is a Holocaust Day every year. Even though it's not the same day, we still need to have this remembrance. We cannot forget the injustices, the devastation that has been wrought upon us over the centuries. But we need to wake up every morning and be proud. And I am proud of my heritage. And so, having said that, I will leave you this morning, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.